Hello everyone and welcome back to Fire Emblem Heroes. So we have a new showcase, this time featuring a duo character from the latest New Year event. Not really sure when this will come out, so the most recent, let's say. And it is New Year Heidrun and Ratatoskr. I wasn't planning on getting this character, but then the desert banner came and I saw that there was a duo Marisa and Violet. I wanted to get that, I failed, so... In retrospect, I went, you know what, let me do a random pull on the New Year gacha, and I got Duo Heidrun. So here we are, that's how life rolls sometimes, so I will be happy with what I got then. So New Year Heidrun, we already have the base Heidrun in the channel as a showcase, pretty much on the same wavelength as a character, support / damage, and you will see later in the build showcase how that pans out. Other than that, everything that you need to know about the character, animation, duo dialogue, confession dialogue, etc. Then the build showcase, and finally the gameplay showcase. So, one thing I wanted to add, just so as a random footnote, I might add Heidrun into the Book 7 team for the sole fact that she works very well with my characters and provides a good damage reduction and sort of tanking for the team, since she's also a tome and they're all tomes. So I've been thinking about it, but we will see if that comes to pass. For now, I will progress with the Book 7 team until the time comes where I hit a roadblock. We will see when that is. Anyway, enjoy the showcase.
Let's see. I've wished Father and all my siblings a Happy New Year. So that means I have the Summoner, Prince Alphonse, Princess Jehenna, and...
Ratatoskr, there is no need for you to worry yourself over this. Everyone is enjoying the new year and living life quietly right now.
But I want to make sure I can greet everyone before the end of the day. The Summoner taught me a proverb. The whole year's plans should be made on New Year's Day. So I've got a lot of things to do today if I'm going to have a good year. I really want to make sure I keep getting along with everyone this year too, so
Oh, well, when you say it like that, I have to admit, I feel the same way. I understand now. Let's go do our greetings together.
Thanks, Heidrun. I'm glad you... Oh no! I can't believe it! Oh no, I forgot to wish you a Happy New Year!
Oh, now that you mention it, I forgot to wish you one as well.
I'm so sorry. I hope you have a Happy New Year, Heidrun. I love having my sister so close by. Promise you'll stay close to me all year?
I will, Ratatoskr. A Happy New Year to you as well. This year, I wish for us all to be close to our family and friends. I will be so happy if that wish comes true.
And here we are with the build showcase. So immediately you can see not only Heidrun that is very pretty, but also the stats of this unit that are wild. But don't worry, there is a reason on why that's the case. We have Crystal Water and we have Steel Water. Those give more attack and res in trade of defense. Her stat line, so we have low HP, but it is a flow, high attack, high res, low def, low speed. She's a character that doesn't want to be attacked melee, obviously, doesn't want to be attacked by someone with higher speed, obviously, but can dish out a lot of damage, can take a lot of magical damage, and is ideal for mage tanking, especially the kind that goes around nowadays, since you can pack a punch by mage tanking with Heidrun. What does she do? So, the original Heidrun was all about pre-combat healing, so she denied stuff like Occultist Strike, and also flat damage reduction, so minus 10 on incoming damage. Kind of the same here. Let's start with the weapon. Special Trigger Acceleration, and then we have a unique effect that pairs up with Nectar Magic on C. So, if an ally with Divine Nectar, which is Heidrun's unique buff, uses an ally or movement assist skill, so for example Swap, an effect triggers. This effect doesn't trigger if Heidrun does it, only if another unit with Divine Nectar does. The effect is grants attack RS plus 6 and charge to unit and the ally that the assist skill is used on for one turn, and grants special cooldown count -1 to unit and that ally once per turn. So you might be wondering, she gives a super assist effect to a character, but still, it should consume their turn. No, because if we go down to Nectar Magic, we have another effect here. I am cutting corners, but it is easier to understand that way. If our ally with movement assist skill is used by an ally with the Divine Nectar effect active, excluding Heidrun, grants another action to that ally, once per turn. There we go. So, as usual, it doesn't work with stuff like Golden Serpents, so you can't make Heider act 3 times. It is always one time, then one effect like this one can trigger. And that's a very powerful effect, because you basically get a free buff that can grant Charge. Charge is an incredibly strong effect. If you guys remember Summer Edelgard, her whole kit was based around the Charge, because it made her move 3 spaces in any cardinal direction without any restriction at the time. So she was the original melee Gulveig, if you want. Very strong effect, since the unit that has Divine Nectar can get it, and also the one that they use the effect on, except Heidrun, obviously. What is Divine Nectar? It is an effect that Heidrun grants, neutralizes deep wounds during combat, so any effect that denies healing gets denied. Restore 20 HP to unit as unit combat begins, as I said, to deny pre-combat damage like Occultist Strike, and if it is a unit first combat initiated by foe or first combat initiated by unit that turn, reduces damage from foe attacks by 10 during combat, the flat damage reduction. Overall, an incredible effect, but we haven't gotten on how do you get Divine Nectar. It will be later into the C skill. Let's read the final part of the weapon. At the start of combat, if unit HP is higher or equal than 25%, grants a bonus to unit attack def res equals 20% of unit res at start of combat, 66 it is a lot, plus 5. Also you get flat damage based on 20% of unit res, and neutralizes effects that inflict special cooldown charge -X on unit, and reduces damage reduction effects to a maximum of -50%. Overall we have the first part, Special Trigger Acceleration and support on characters with Divine Nectar, that is a kind of supportive and general stuff. Then we have the second part, the start of combat effects, which are stats, flat damage, anti-guard, and anti-DR. Incredible and very well done package. So you have a DPS and a support bot, which we have seen lately is a very popular archetype of characters for sure. In this case, it is all built on a mage tank. Since this character can be outsped very easily, it is preferable to give her a AoE special. In this case, Blazing Wind scales pretty well, it is the one that you get to go with, so you can leave it as it is. Crystalline Water works very well because it denies any kind of debuffs on attack and res, works very well. Attack against Discord also works very well because Discord is an incredibly strong debuff since it lowers stats based on the amount of enemies on team. So very good if you are in PvP where there are a lot of characters nowadays, or if you want to pick on characters that are buffed by the presence of other allies in the field, so that you can kinda deny them the advantages a little bit. Finally, we come to the skill, Nectar Magic. At the start of player phase or enemy phase, if unit is within 2 spaces of an ally, grants Divine Nectar to unit and allies within 2 spaces of unit for 1 turn. That's simple, that's how you get Divine Nectar. Then we have the effect that if the unit, another unit, not Heidrun, uses a Lassie skill with Divine Nectar, they get another action, pairs up with the weapon as we said earlier. And then, if unit initiates combat and unit has an area effect special equipped, grants a special cooldown count -1 to unit before special triggers before combat. So this is very helpful obviously because while you can go with an Heidrun that uses a normal DPS special, an AoE special is also supported by her base kit, so it works even better. Finally, if unit initiates combat or is within 2 spaces of an ally, grants attack, def, res +5 to unit during combat, and also, if unit attack can trigger unit special, grants a special cooldown count -1 to unit before unit first attack during combat. This is another sort of DPS slash buff effect, so to speak, pairs up well with the rest of the kit. The main idea here is that she's an AoE nuker. You go, you attack, use the AoE, you destroy the enemy, and then you have all those support effects, Divine Nectar for healing and damage reduction, extra action, charge, stats, etc. to make your allies even better. What is the main difference between this Heidrun and the older Heidrun? Aside from the attack type, the other Heidrun was a beast, this one is a tome. The fact that this Heidrun grants a better support in the form of the charge and extra turn by using the rally effect. I do think that much like Kvasir and New Year Kvasir, which was also a similar difference in releases, like Heidrun came way earlier than Medieval Kvasir, but the idea is the same. Heidrun is as I wouldn't say side grade because in this case she's slightly better, but she's an improvement based on the original character. Both are still good. Very, 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 very good. Heidrun, in this case New Year Heidrun, is more specialized in a different direction. That's just what it comes down to. The last part, which is where Ratatoskr comes to shine, since we haven't seen her at all in the rest of the kit, is the duo skill. Grants a special cooldown count -1 to unit and allies within 3 rows or 3 columns center of unit. Very good if you have a special base team, like a Book 7 team works perfectly with this duo skill, for example. And also Divine Vein Green on spaces 3 rows or 3 columns center of unit for 2 turns. This is very good for 2 reasons. You can deny terrain, so if you are against unit with pesky terrain creation like the rocky ones or the fire ones, very good to deny that, and you also get the effects on this terrain. Foe cannot warp from this space or into this space, inflict a special cooldown charge -1 on foe per attack, which are pretty good for a mage tank and a defensive attitude bot. So they are decent enough to go with the rest of her support kit. Now, do you want this character? So there are 2 directions here. Do you have Heidrun, the normal one, the mythical one? Yes or no? If yes, then you can get her, but it is not really that game changing since you already have the original Heidrun. If no, then do get her. Heidrun is an incredibly strong character that does something very specific, much like Nigorg and Ledar. Those 3 characters from Book 8 do very specific things that have proven to be very effective in different parts of the game, so if you get them, they are very useful. I do think that New Year Heidrun between this one and the Beast one is probably better because of the added effects from the buffs and extra actions, but time will tell. It is not something that is a permanent evaluation, because in some situations base Heidrun is better, in others this one is better. Still, not a character that I would say you would feel bad for rolling on. She is actually very good, so that's why I was happy that at least, you know, I missed the first Marisa, no, there is also Spring Marisa. The third Marisa alt ever, at least I got this duo. Maybe I will get Marisa in the coming days, we will see. Anyway, thank you much for listening to the build showcase. Next up we have the gameplay showcase, so enjoy it, the good animation, the duo animation, etc. And then it's the end of the video. As usual, remember to like and subscribe the channel. If you want to support the channel more, remember to use the super thanks feature to a comment with the nation you're choosing below your favorite Fire Emblem Heroes video. Next up, if I don't get Marisa, we will do Rearmed, Marianne, and Ninja Noir, which have been sitting in the channel for a while, so it is about time that I get to them. For now, enjoy the final part of New Year Heidrun showcase.
For sunrise! What?
Let's enjoy this.
Yuki desu ne.
Will do. I greet you.
Good luck, Heidrun! Oh.
I will bring forth my greetings. I am not sure. A festival, huh?
Look! For sunrise! What? I'm with you!
I will bring forth my greetings.
それも一緒に
Will do.